welcome along to the West Wales Karting Virtual PS4 Championship here today at the Nürburgring Mullenbach circuit. Is that pronounced correctly? Probably. 0.9 miles, 8 turns. It's round 4 of the touring cars that the PS4 Championship is using. And have a look now at the stand-ins, and after round 3 it's Monty MC Momo leading the way after a dominant performance at the last event, and Adam Jones had a fantastic battle with Stewart there, and looking at the starting grid now for today's race at Nürburgring. It's Monty MC Momo on pole, of course random grid. Del Boy is starting second, Welsh Taff third, Stuart Davis fourth, Jace Cole fifth, Dan Holloway starting down there in sixth position, so we'll see how he gets on, and they're waiting for the lights now, and the revs rise, and they're off here at Nürburgring, and that's Del Boy coming through the middle. He's had a great start, and Monty MC Momo is still leading the way, but he's under threat here in the inside corner, and that's Del Boy off now in that red car, and Dan Holloway's trying to get around the outside as Stuart Davis goes down the inside of all of them, and there's a car off there. I think that's Jason Cole who was off in the gravel, and it's side by side now as they go through the Schumacher S's, and that's who's come out in first. That's Stuart Davis, but he's still under attack, and it's 3 wides now coming into the very tight corner here. Stuart Davis still maintains the lead, and Del Boy barges his way there up into third place, and there's Dan Holloway. He's doing a bit of rallycross already, and they're still touching as they make their way down into the last corner. There's a very short lap here, it's 1 of 32 laps we're doing, and already lap 1 completed, and it's like a rallycross event this, isn't it? It's gone so quick.
Absolutely mental, yeah. First lap, locked tyres, sort of smoke, bodywork everywhere, dust. Let's let Welsh Taff through. I hope that's not going to be too much of a pattern for Jason Cole today. He has been at the back for the last few races, but they're side by side into the S's, and it's kicking the back end out there. Jason's just held it.
Yeah.
Tyre smoke up ahead again.
Yeah, it's like going into a cloud in a small airplane, going into that corner with all the smoke up ahead from the locked tyres, and you can see how hard these drivers are pushing. Perhaps they've got some cold tyres still, which is why they're locking, but they're certainly trying very hard. They're absolutely going for it. And Stuart Davis has got his work cut out here because Monty MC Momo has had a storming start over the first couple of laps, and he's over a second in the lead now. Stuart Davis there trying to drift the car around that corner to try and get a good exit. Up the hill they go now, and that's Del Boy still holding off Dan Holloway, the red versus green car, as they come through the S's once more. And in the background there we've got Jason Cole now. He's quite far ahead of Welsh Taff. Stuart Davis clouts the barrier on the inside, and that's disadvantaged Del Boy, and that allowed Dan to get past, I think. I think Stuart Davis just misjudging the apex there a little bit.
Yeah, he was all crossed wires and sideways coming into it, so yeah, it's very, very tight there. You can go side by side, but if you misjudge it, and because of the you're actually going up the hill, if you're running cockpit view, as a lot of these drivers are, you end up not actually being able to see the circuit, so you're just sort of going in blind, guessing where the barriers are, where the apexes are.
And especially in these cars, Stuart, isn't it? Because they understeer a little bit, so you've got to kind of take control early and get a slide in.
Yeah, that's it, and especially on this turn. I mean, again, Stuart Davis has outbraked himself a little bit there, is he? But no, he still gets it turned in. So I wouldn't want to be his left front tyre in this race. He will be so many right-hand corners and so much locking up. That tyre will be absolutely boiling at this point. He'll be cooking it.
Yeah, and with no pit lane here, he's not going to be able to come in for fresh rubber, is he? And what are the drivers' concerns for this race? Do they think they'll burn through tyres?
Yeah, the lack of grip on the left front is definitely a concern. For most drivers, except maybe Monty out front, he's one of the smoother drivers that we've got, and I don't think I've seen him lock a wheel yet, not that he's been on screen that much. As we got Dan and Del Boy coming up into the Schumacher S's now. Dan's another very smooth driver, as Del Boy's kicking the back end out there. And Welsh, so much tyre smoke coming into this right-hander here. Where's Welsh Taff? He's bumbling around at the back there somewhere.
Yeah, Welsh Taff has got a lot of ground to make up. He's now 8.5 seconds off the lead after 5 laps. So if my maths is correct, that's more than a second a lap.
Yes, well done there, Sam. Brilliant. Sam can do maths. But yeah, here's Monty. He's on his Todd out the front there at the moment. Well, I say on his Todd, it's 2 seconds is quite a lot on a 39 second lap. But yeah, Welsh Taff, he said he was about a second a lap off the pace in practice, so yeah, he's not too surprised to be at the back there. But yeah, there's Monty going in there. You can see just how smooth he is. sort of taking a very deliberate line through there rather than getting all crossed up and all over the place.
It's a case of, if it looks slow, it's faster, I think, in the case of Monty here. It looks like he's just out for a Sunday drive. Yeah, he's leading the race by 3 seconds.
Oh, it's Dan off.
Oh yes, Dan Holloway, he's gone off. He's doing rallycross now in the outside of the last corner, and that's allowed Jason Cole to go back through. And Buzz Taft's going to be over him too if he's not careful. But he's back on the circuit now, is Dan, and he switched modes there to BTCC Dan temporarily, his Xbox equivalent.
I'd say Xbox inferior, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Dan Holloway, he's no stranger to being on the podium in a lot of these PS4 races we've run, but today he's got his work cut out. He's in 5th. Well, he's only 2 places away. You never know what can happen up ahead, especially when you've got a battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th going on here with Stuart Davis and Del Boy and Jason Cole all in the mix. They're all separated by a couple of seconds, less than a couple of seconds. So Dan's going to be looking ahead now, thinking this is going to get tasty up ahead. I want a bite of this as well.
Yeah, Stuart Davis, he's a cork in a very tasty looking bottle there, isn't he?
Indeed, yeah. Stuart Davis now going around that corner. He's looking for a wider entry so he can kind of get a slingshot out of the corner, up the hill, because that's the best way you can defend coming out of there, and attack actually. You can just get a slingshot up the hill there into the Schumacher S as they go, right in that curb. You can see there from Del Boy. He's stalking Stuart Davis as Stuart Davis locks a wheel once more, and every single time he locks a wheel, Del Boy is going to be thinking, he's getting worried, he's looking in his mirrors. I'm going to have him. Oh, he's looking down the inside.
Yeah, it's possible.
Oh, Stuart Davis just had him covered off there.
I'll tell you what, their lap times are seriously quick. 40.8 was the quickest we saw in practice, as far as I can tell from what the drivers were saying. But yeah, they're doing sort of mid 41s, which is absolutely on the button for what most of the drivers were doing for ultimate pace. So Monty's in a class of 1 out the front. He did, before his last lap, he was in the mid 40s. And the other guys, yeah, in the mid 41s. That is seriously quick pace. So considering they're wheel to wheel, they're not exactly hanging about.
Absolutely, Stuart. Yeah, and in this situation, would it be going through the mind of Stuart Davis? It might be a silly question. To let
bugger off and leave me alone.
Yeah, yeah, that. But also maybe let's let Del Boy through and let's try and follow him and try and catch back up to Monty. Or do they believe that they don't have the pace of Monty today and it's a battle on for second?
Would you let Del Boy through?
As a racing driver, no, probably not. In the racing driver's eyes,
I can't see it.
No, but then I don't know. There's 20 laps left to go. But if they were able to talk to each other, maybe they could have some sort of deal going on. You know, if you're able to catch him, then go ahead. If you're not, then you give the place back. But I don't know. What do you reckon?
I don't know. I'd say that comes back to Brands Hatch where Dan Holloway took his unnecessary pit stop, getting confused with the rules from the Xbox GT5 Championship, and yeah, the guys were discussing whether or not to take a pit stop, you know, to make it fair, and it was a case of, well, if you want to take a pit stop, be my guest after you, but no one did, and Dan Holloway ended up finishing that race plumb last.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'd say, whether they can talk to each other or not, it's racing.
It is. You have to fight for every inch, don't you, out there, especially on a short circuit like this, where it's really difficult to make up some lap time, but Stuart Davis is giving it his best, and so is Del Boy. Del Boy's really over the back of Stuart now. Stuart goes defensive, he locks a wheel once more, and so does Del Boy, who clips the barrier a little bit, but he's got away with it. And this is Jason Cole, who's under massive pressure now from the green machine, Dan Holloway. He's following him through.
Oh, Del Boy nearly got through on the inside there.
Yeah, that was very close there. Del Boy was really looking for an opportunistic lunge. He's going to have to take a lunge out of Stuart's back here, isn't he, to get past, I think, because Stuart's got him covered so far.
Yeah, it's quite possible.
Have to surprise him somewhere, maybe get a slingshot up this hill, I think. But then again, the S's aren't really a place where you can overtake, or even side by side's dangerous through there. So looks like there's some bumper damage there, actually.
Yeah, shaking like a belly dancer is Del Boy there as he comes through the S's.
And where are these drivers losing time to Monty, or where's Monty making up this time? Oh, side by side, Jason Cole and Dan Holloway. And Jason's just fended off Dan, but Dan's going to look for the switchback now into the last corner.
Oh, Del Boy's through.
Yes, Del Boy's through on Stuart, and Jason Cole's running wide. Oh, and there's really wiggle going on there. And Dan Holloway manages to get through, and it was well held by Jason. He nearly took both of them out there. But yeah, Del Boy just...
did you say willy wiggle?
A willy wiggle. Oh. I hope I didn't.
Anyway.
This is a family show.
Anyway.
And we will have to see the replay, an action replay. But we don't have to see an action replay here because there's Del Boy now, and he's ahead of Stewart now. Can he catch Monty? He's got just under 20 laps to go till the end of the race. Lap 13 here of 32. And Stuart Davis is now drops quite a bit far back, look, of Del Boy. So Del Boy's got some serious pace here, but has he got the pace of Monty? We will find out. What do you reckon, Stuart?
I wouldn't say so. Monty had everybody covered pretty well in practice, and as he did in Brands Hatch. Well, no, sorry, Jonesy, Adam Jones won in Brands Hatch, but yeah, Rupana and what was it? Yeah, the race we did. Sakito Sprint. Yeah, Monty just seemed to have the legs on everyone. He's just relentlessly consistent, and that's his real strength. Oh, nearly a big clash at the top of the hill.
Yeah, it was very close there to having a bit of an incident going on, a bit of friendly contact, and he's looking for more contact as Dan Holloway goes down the inside of Stewart. Stewart's going to try and stick it round the outside, carries the momentum, and Dan Holloway now is going to try and be on the inside for the next corner. Stewart's going to have the outside, so Stewart's going to have to try and do it again and go carry the momentum around the outside of the corner, but Dan's going to try and run him out wide, look, but Stewart's having none of it. He's going to try and stick it there, but now they go side by side now up to the S's. Oh, I want to close my eyes coming up to this bit, Stuart.
Synchronised sliding there, and shows just how on earth did he hold that off, I don't know.
Oh, and Dan's come back through on the insides, and they both lock wheels.
Stuart had the rears locked up and everything there.
This is really, really hard racing, isn't it? But so far, very, very fair actually as well, very tidy.
Yeah, pretty intense, proper. It's not too dissimilar to the GT5 Donington race actually.
Absolutely, yeah, that was a hell of a race.
On the Xbox.
Yeah, but Stewart there battling with Alex, of course, in that race. That was one hell of a battle. It lasted for 10 laps or something, wasn't it? Stewart's run a bit wide there, though. It's going to give Dan a chance. But yeah, this is not too dissimilar, as you say, and a little bit of contact, wheel banging going on, but that's what these touring cars are made for. And I think Monty has responded very nicely from his point of view. Stewart locks a wheel again, all of his wheels locked. Oh, contact! Dan nearly spun Stuart Davis, and now he's still going to look for the switch back coming to the last corner, but he's not quite close enough, is he? Or is he? Oh, looking on the bumper there, looks even closer, doesn't it? I've forgotten what I was going to say now, but oh yeah, that's right.
I was just going to say Jason Cole's only a second behind now.
Yes, he's closing in. He's going to be making this a three-way battle before long. It's a great shot, isn't it, riding on board this bumper? But yeah, Monty MC Momo, he's got everything covered. Delboy thought maybe I've got some clean air now, I can catch him, but he's responded very well as Monty with some very fast laps, and he's well in the lead. Oh, dive from Dan all the way down the inside, and Stewart locks up, but he's managed to make it stick again. Stewart's got a knack of doing this, hasn't he?
Yeah, he sort of leaves the door open, but just seems to carry the momentum through the slow cone. Oh no, Jason Cole's got no momentum, he's giving it all away to Welsh Taff behind, and
yeah, but Welsh Taff's
well, at least he knows that barrier's working. Yeah, that barrier's doing its job anyway. He's just checked that for everybody. Yeah, so Welsh Taff will be thinking, that'll do, someone to race against.
Oh, Jason Cole is just inspecting the gravel traps, the barriers and the curbs here today. He's making sure they all work, as you said, Stuart. And so far, so good.
Now he's going to be inspecting the back of Welsh Taff's Renault Megane in a moment. If he's, there we are, that gravel trap's working, and yeah, you can now study the back of the Megane for Welsh Taff.
Yeah, he's probably thinking now, let's see if the back of Welsh Taff's car is working as well.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of hard work to get past Welsh Taff. He's not that quick, but he's very neat and tidy around here,
yes,
as you can see there.
And he's a feisty defender as well.
Oh, he's...
bit of air.
That was... Yeah.
I think he's in a rallycross. Everyone else is in touring cars. He's in a rallycross car today. He's getting air, he's getting gravel. It's not 100% asphalt course for him.
No, and Jason, he should have a run on him now going up the hill. This will be interesting.
Yeah, you can see Jason getting the wide line in so he can get the run up the hill, as he said, and now he's side by side, but Welsh Taff holds the inside line, so Jason's going to find it very difficult to go around the outside there. But he is a two-time Pembrokeshire kart champion and a multiple kart race winner. And I think he's won a race, hasn't he, in PS4 races? He must have done at some point, Jason Cole.
I don't think he has yet, no.
He would have,
No, I think the wins, they've all gone to sort of Jonesy, Monty and Dan Holloway so far, I think, actually.
Well, in that case, Jason will be really wanting to get a win at some point, and today he's 26 seconds off the lead. It's just not going to get it. But it's a big shunt there, up the rear from Dan Holloway into Stewart. Dan Holloway very fair there, they would let Stewart back through. And now we're side by side now, this is Jason Cole and Welsh Taff now side by side coming up to the S's. Oh, and Jason Cole sweeps around the outside of Welsh Taff and he manages to hold it. But now he locks the wheel and Welsh Taff's looking back on the inside and they make contact again. But Jason Cole had the momentum coming up the hill. But Welsh Taff's not giving up now as they come down into the last corner and he's got a fantastic run. Is he going to go dive down the inside? Jason Cole was wise to it and covered it off early. But now he's going to have a poor exit out of the next corner and Welsh Taff's right in his slipstream coming down into the whatever this corner is called. What's this corner called, Stuart?
It's a hairpin.
The hairpin.
Yeah, but of course. Oh,
that was a bit of contact.
God, I think this is these guys. You might think, oh, they're racing hard for last position, but it's all points. You know, it's there's 8 points for 6th, 10 points for 5th. So you know they got to keep battling. Welsh Taff's in a fierce championship fight with Stuart Davis. Jason Cole is in a fight with Jason Cole. So he'll be looking to make some gains in the point standings and get back up near the front. And Dan Holloway has got to be getting sick to death at the back of that McGann.
Yeah, he must be thinking, I hate McGanns, I can't stand them.
Mine's nice, but look at that yellow one. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's not even West Wales karting colours. What's going on there?
Oh, it's got that. It's locking the rears going into there as well.
I think every single one of those tyres would be like a 50p piece by now.
Yeah, sort of glowing red as his wing mirrors on his dash there.
Absolutely, yeah. Lap 22 now, 10 laps to go here in this race, and it's still all on for 3rd and 4th, and 5th and 6th. I think 1st place has got it covered. Monty there, way out ahead.
Oh,
look at this.
It's a close one.
Yes, Welsh Taff now just up ahead of... Jason's just like, oh, rallycross, that's a good idea, let me try and join in. But there's a big thing we haven't discussed here, Stuart, so far, and that's that Adam Jones isn't in this race, is he? He's missing this event, so that's going to blow the points wide open a little bit, and drivers will want to capitalise on that.
Yeah, and he's obviously now we're coming to the end of this sort of pandemic. Well, I say hopefully coming to the end of it. A few things easing up. Adam's actually racing for real next Sunday, so he won't be racing next week in this series either. So yeah, I know he's got a sort of autograss and esports commitments elsewhere, so yeah, won't be seeing him for this race, which does give Monty a bit of a boost in the championship, but also means that Stuart Davis, Dan Holloway, Welsh Taff, and there's it's Monty coming through to lap Jason. He's let Welsh Taff through as well.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but a lapse of concentration perhaps, but Welsh Taff has got
far too polite.
Yeah, very polite. After you, very gentlemanly. And then he realised it was a race and switched back into race mode as Dan Holloway down the inside of Stewart. Oh, that was a very close call there. He nearly got on the brakes late enough, but Stewart just closed that door in time, didn't he? And right on board now with Stewart's bumper. You can just see that red car up ahead pulling away slightly of Del Boy. And I was thinking, all of these drivers have had podiums now, haven't they?
I'm not sure. Not in the Touring Car Championship. I know Stuart Davis had 3 5th place finishes. Ooh. I'm not sure.
Check on the results. Oh, Dan Holloway now, look, he switched very wide. He's going to try and stick it on the outside, but no, it's not going to work. He's in the gravel. Where is he? He's not even in Germany anymore, I don't think. He's rejoining now there. He's back on the circuit and he's just slotted in a little bit behind Stewart. He's lost a bit of time in all that, as you can imagine, going through the gravel. It's not an optimum racing line, as you see the bumper hanging off of Welsh Taff there. I think that was from rear-ending Jason Cole. And Jason Cole's got a great run here, but it's not going to be close enough. Now it's ahead once more through the Schumacher S's, formidable couple of corners, and I wish they still raced here in F1, to be honest. It was great racing here in F1. Oh, contact again.
Oh.
Yeah, more contact.
We won't talk about that bit.
No, all that bit. All the contacts.
No. Anyway, round they go.
Yeah, more bumpers hanging off. I'm surprised they're staying on for so long, to be honest.
Yeah, this is going to get juicy now. You've got Del Boy coming up behind to lap these guys with Stuart Davis and Dan Holloway in tow. We've got 7 laps to go, 6 laps to go. Oh, side by side now, going up the hill into the S's. Is Jason going to hang it round? Oh, Welsh Taff makes his car nice and wide.
Both bumpers flapping away.
Jason's not giving up. Yeah, flappy bumpers.
Yeah.
Welsh Taff's left the door open. Jason says, "Thank you very much."
That was very well done by Jason there. Optimistic driving. You can see his karting experience coming into play. and there's Dan Holloway still pressurising Stewart, and as you said, now Del Boy's going to have his work cut out to get past the battling pair up ahead. There's only a few laps left to go, and I think if you were going to be one of these cars, you'd want to be the one just behind, wouldn't you? You can pick off.
I think so. Oh,
that
was close.
Yeah, Dan's really going for it. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, but no, if I was, to be honest, if I was Jason or Welsh Taff, I'd be thinking, middle of the race, getting lapped, bit of a nightmare. Oh, Dan's through!
Dan on the inside.
What a move.
Fantastic manoeuvre, and he hung out Stewart to dry as well on the outside, so we couldn't get back in him. So it was very, very good racing that was, and Stewart, I think, left him enough room as well. So yeah, both doing very well there, not to collide as Stewart runs off the road a little bit coming onto the straight, and he's still doing some lawn mowing now, and Jason Cole's still ahead of Welsh Taff as they go around. Oh, there's contact, and now they're side by side going up to the Schumacher S's again. I feel like I've said that a lot of this race. They're always side by side going up there.
Yeah, but again, if I was these two, I'd be thinking there's only a couple of laps left. There's a lot of cars coming. To hell with the blue flags.
Oh.
Personally, I'd be thinking there's points up for grabs here. You've got to keep fighting.
Definitely, but...
And Welsh Taff says, no, it's okay, I'll let you go for it.
Yeah, it's getting so tight in there. I thought there was going to be an incident of some sort. Well, there was. Welsh Taff went off. But yeah, Del Boy's through. And like you say, they are scrapping over the points, and Del Boy's under pressure because he's got Dan homing in on him like a heat-seeking missile.
Oh! So, he's gone off, he's wide.
No, that's
Dan's
not good.
through. Oh no.
See, he's been pressured into that, I think, and he's trying to get past the lap traffic there. And what was that, Jason Cole? And it's a very short lap here, so I guess you can expect cars to be lapped, I guess, if you've had some problems. Oh, there's someone in the barrier, it's Jason.
No.
Was that Jason?
I think it was, yeah.
Oh, Jason's in the barrier again in the tight corners in the middle circuit there, but he's got going again. But now he's last. He's given up that position to Welsh Taff once more, and he's fallen back quite a bit, a few seconds behind. So that's not great news for Jason Cole at all there.
No, and through they go on lap 31 of 32 now. A little bit more spread out. Oh no, Del Boy's gone wide again.
I think he's programmed that corner wrong. He's
well, we know he hates fourth place. Does his head in apparently. So he's going to be really not happy about this.
How many faults has he had?
I think this will be his first one. The nearest he was to fourth place was it the second race we did at Donington, I think it was. Maybe it was the first race we did, I can't remember. Yeah, first race we did in touring cars at Donington, and non-championship race, and he went from 5th to 3rd in the last lap purely because he fancied going forward, but he didn't like 4th. So he thought I'd just take 3rd place instead.
Well, maybe he can pull out some sort of manoeuvre again, but he's not going to do it to Monty, who runs the last corner now, and he claims an absolutely emphatic win here, 17 seconds ahead, and Monty wins to extend his lead at the top of the championship, and he's really claiming a stake now to that title, isn't he?
Yes, yeah, a bit of a boring race for him actually, considering all the shenanigans that went on behind.
Yeah, definitely, just all the flames and fire behind him, and he's just serenely out for Sunday drive. As Dan Holloway's going to claim second place. That was a fantastic comeback drive actually from Danny. He had to make a lot of passes there. He had a good pace as well. Comes just ahead of Stuart Davis and Del Boy there in fourth place, that is, Del Boy. Welsh Taff in 5th ahead of Jason Cole. That was a fantastic race.
Yeah, brilliant, yeah. Fast pace, furious, fire, sparks, smoke, carnage, brilliant.
Bumpers hanging off, flapping around.
Yeah, really, really good. And it's close to championship well as well.
Absolutely, and that track always throws up a great race actually. And yeah, Monty MC Momo are extending it, but like you say, Stuart, it's very tight in the midfield now.
Yeah, it is, yeah, just a few points between sort of 6th and 3rd position. 5th, well, 2nd place actually even, so yeah, hopefully we can get Owens, Fab and Tash in there at some point as well.
Yes, we'd like to see Tash back, cause some mayhem, and with only a couple of rounds left, there's a couple of opportunities left too for the drivers, so join us next time.